For sharing information about the atomic bomb with the Soviet Union, the Rosenbergs were the first U.S. citizens to be convicted and executed for their involvement in espionage during peacetime. June 19, 1953, was the day of the first U.S. citizens convicted and executed because of espionage. It had all started in New York, where both Julius and Ethel were born. Ethel Greenglass was born on September 28th of 1915 in Manhattan, New York, and worked as a secretary. Julius graduated with a degree in electrical engineering and worked at the U.S. Army Signal Corps. He was then discharged when they discovered he was involved in the Communist Party, having a past connection. Overall, his work consisted of him being an engineer inspector. Ethel was raised in a Jewish family alongside her brother, David Greenglass, who will soon have a part in the couple's demise later on. Ethel also worked at a shipping company, taking on the secretarial job and involving herself in labor disputes. Where Julius and Ethel met and fell in love was in the Youth Communist Party, as members, of course, of the year 1936. They both married in 1939, having 2 sons and being high devoted communists. Though they seemed to have been living normal lives, that would all change as Julius was offered a deal from the Soviet Union. Exactly that was when he had been approached on September 5th of 1942, Labor Day of that year. Around late 1944, he himself became a spy recruiter. One of the recruited spies was Ethel's brother, David Greenglass. What made David Greenglass a great addition was how close and involved he was with the atomic bomb making in New Mexico, where the top-secret Manhattan Project was being worked on. Even with that close connection, Julius was able to recruit another, an engineer also working within the Manhattan Project. Julius earned a $100 bonus by recruiting Russell McNutt, who had information about the manufacturing process of the atomic bomb. On June 15, 1950, was the exact date David Greenglass was arrested and even confessed to the act of espionage. His confession resulted in faulting his own wife and his sister's husband, Julius Rosenberg, in addition to sharing information with the Soviet Union. On July 17th of the same year, Ethel was leaving the federal courthouse and ended up being arrested for suspicion of espionage right on the steps. David Greenglass, her brother, also accused her of taking part, saying that she would type the documents sent to the Soviet Union containing the information about the atomic bomb.
Finally went to the electric chair on the basis of evidence that was false.
False. I think, well, I don't know if it's false or not. I'm not saying that. Don't say that.
No, hang on. You were at the apartment that night and you did not see Ethel type.
As far as I remember, I didn't see her type. I didn't.
If Ethel and Julius were in this room today, what would you say to them?
That they were pretty stupid. They were pretty stupid. They were smart in some ways. They were highly intelligent, but they were real believers.
So
David also requested they give his wife immunity.
No. My wife is more important to me than my sister. My children are more important to me than my sister. And I had no idea in any case that whatever I said was going to cause anything with my sister. That's the blame of the U.S. government.
On April 5th, 1951, the couple was sentenced to the death penalty. Even with all this evidence against them, they still had declared themselves to be innocent even at their last breath. June 19th, 1953, was the day of the first U.S. citizens convicted and executed because of espionage. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, executed at Sing Sing Prison in Ossining, New York, by the electric chair.